Hi everybody, Jason from J Patriot Outdoors doing a short video today on knots. We're going to cover two knots, trucker's knots and a Bowlyn knot. And I'm covering these two knots because these are probably the most common knots that you're going to work with either in the various workforce areas, sailing, what have you. We've got here some small cordage. We just loaded some wood here. We're going to give credit to my beautiful girlfriend for being the cameraman today.
Thank
or
you,
camera
babe.
woman, sorry to be politically correct. We're going to do two knots. We're going to do the Bowlyn knot, and we're going to do the trucker's hitch, which will help me tie down this load. This will help you tie down all kinds of loads on your car, on your vehicle, on the pickup truck, flatbeds, you name it. These are you can use this for tying up your hammock, tightening and tautening up your lines on a tent setup that you've got of some kind, or a hooch setup that you have of some kind. So I'm going to have Samantha come a little bit closer. I'm going to start my tying here with a Bowlyn, and I'm going to try and go as slow as I can as I tie this. I make a little loop around my hand. The idea of explaining this is you're going to make a loop for the rabbit. Rabbit's going to go around your item, whether it's a sail or a bar. Rabbit's going to go through the tree, or through the hole, round the tree, back inside the hole. And I'm going to hold the working end here, and the rope itself is what's going to create tension on your line. This knot will allow you, under any kind of tension, no matter how much tension I put on this here, this is not going to tighten to the point that I can't undo it. And you can do this with any size of rope. I've done this where I've pulled a truck out using this hitch. I put a stick inside here so that it doesn't bind too tight that I'm struggling. But this hitch is this knot is designed to be under pressure, and to make sure that under pressure you're able to do this knot. And you'll see after we're done, because we'll do a video at both ends. So I've started off with the Bowlyn. That's going to make sure that I start off my load. I'm going to go over a couple of times, and then we'll finish it off with a trucker's hitch. It's called a trucker's hitch because before we had tie down straps, which everybody uses, ratchet straps, etc., etc. When you use those lines, you kind of don't need to know the old-fashioned ways of tying stuff down. I used to work in a industry where we moved pool tables and large video games. I'm talking like the days before, we had Sega Genesis and Xbox. We actually moved pool tables, bar tables, video games, and we tied down. We didn't have ratchet straps in them old days. You had to do it with this kind of thing. I'm going to go over it a couple times because I got a lot of cord here. We're not going far back to the house. I actually set this up just to demo like this. Go over top. Always trying to give myself tension. Oops. Where was I? Over here. Let's go over here. One more time, and then I'll go to the other side for the hitch. Good enough. And we'll go across one more time. We'll use this loose piece here to do the trucker's hitch on. So I'll have Samantha come closer to where my hand's going to be. I don't even know how to explain this. I'm taking it across. I'll try and do it really slow so people can see. So I'm taking the rope and I'm feeding the non-working end of the rope through to make a small loop. Now this will come out at the end. Now I'm taking my rope here. I'm going to go around. I'm going back to my loop. And now I can pull pressure on my load. And this I'll be able to undo when we get back. So you can see I'm able to put pressure. Now with this knot, I'm just going to pinch my finger here. And that's going to allow me to hold the tension here just by giving it a quick pinch. I'm going to put my loop through here, and I'm going to finish off with a half hitch. A double half hitch now, because if I had extra, I'd loop it around and put it up, but I don't. And that's not going anywhere. I can shake the whole thing. It's a little bit of looseness, but all right, that's the 2 knots, the Bowlyn and the trucker's hitch.